Hi, Aya. Uh, One quick question. What do you recommend someone that knows about blockchain but doesn't know like a lot of people that they too know about the technology? How can they start to do things in their city to so that can more people get notice of the technology and start like making, I don't know, maybe hackathons, but obviously more locally or more like small to start
Yeah.
doing things?
Well, there are a lot of things you can do. Well, first you yourself need to learn about, like Ethereum or the technology,
Yeah.
and you can read things up on the Ethereum.org, and then they also have translation, like open source. It's like a content is open source. Like
Yeah.
it's like by participating in the translation work, you get to learn a lot of like things about like what is layer two, and what is proof of stake or like that kind of thing. But also, and then once you learn a little bit of that, and you yourself can organize meetups or like at first starting a lot of time. Um, in new city, people don't know there are others who actually in a similar
Space
position,
exists.
like
Yeah.
oh I didn't know others are also interested in this.
Yeah.
So you could by you organizing a meetup, like you might discover your friends like who are kind of thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
uh, so collecting that community in your region is a start. It doesn't have to be big, it can be very small. um, but there are a lot of like because things in Ethereum is very open. um, you can look at how other organizers are organizing their local things, and then you can kind of like create similar thing in your city. um, yeah, ask around is the first thing, and maybe there are developers who actually are already building things that maybe you just don't know, and but just putting them in the same room
Yeah.
will start discussion. um, and also there are a lot of educational materials that are already happening in Spanish, right? There are
Yeah.
a lot of people in Latin America are making this. um, we just gave a grant to East Kipu. That's like a group that are doing a lot of community work. Yeah, there are a lot of like Spanish language educational materials out there already. Um, so you can use it to spread the word, but also you can make that educational material yourself too.
Yeah.
So I would first start with small, finding your friends in the city, but then like doing something related to educational thing together, because education is always a key to for. But Ethereum is always open. Like you can participate in any layer. Of course, you can participate in the protocol layer of work, but if you're not a developer, yeah, you can join a hackathon and then be the person to suggest the idea instead of like actually building, right?
Yeah.
So there are many ways to contribute. Yeah.
Okay. One more quick question to wrap it
Mhm.
up. What does it right now? What is the most excitement thing about the ecosystem? Like maybe I don't know, soulbound tokens, account abstraction. What do you think is like the most interesting thing to you right now?
To me, account abstraction is definitely like, well, I guess I have many like real world use cases or
Yeah.
something that I'm really passionate about. So if that happens from like local area in Mexico, that would be like built by local people. That type of use case are the one that I am most passionate about. Of
Yeah.
course, account abstraction is something that is kind of very promising in the Ethereum public goods, but yeah, I am personally more excited about those, like real world solutions happening. Can be something about the environment, something about like what the challenges around you. So depending on what you care, like you can build any solutions. So like hope, like, but then the more local that is, because local people know the challenges best,
Yeah.
and then
Understand.
that's where I'm most interested.
Okay, nice. Well, thanks a lot for your time. What do you recommend? Like, and maybe another question. What do you recommend? Like, actually, to people to involve into Ethereum? Like, what will be the point of start? Like,
Really proactive participation is
yeah,
either you come into hackathon if it's not happening in your city,
yeah.
yeah, and or participate in discussion online. There are many. Everything is open.
Okay,
So you can just pick your topic what you like.
nice. Okay,
Yeah.
well, once again, thanks for your time. That's
Sure.
everything. Yeah.